2020, Exam 2, Question 8, Financial. Okay, Samuel has a loan. The interest is calculated monthly. He has monthly payments of $1,600, and there's an interest rate of 3.6% per annum. We're given an amortization table, and we need to calculate the principal reduction associated with payment number 3. That's what's happening in this box. There's a couple ways of doing it. You might notice that the zigzag sort of relationship, that the difference between these two equals this one. That is one way of doing it. We could do it with this one, or you can see that this number minus this number equals this number. And that's what I'm going to use. So I know if I use that minus that, that will equal that number. So 1600 minus 956.15 equals 643.85. Might be nice to put a dollar symbol in the front there. There we go, all done. Now, the next question, you can look at this in a couple of ways. I think they were trying to intend that people, what they were expecting people to do was like, oh, I can get this number, because it's saying calculate the balance for payment number 4, and you've got to round your answer to the nearest cent. Now, you could work out this one, and then use that relationship again, that one minus that one equals this one, and then you can use that relationship or any other relationship to sort that out. But you can just use the financial solver. Now, the tricky thing here is you could be trying to be too fancy. If you go for 4 payments and go from this point all the way down to here, you might end up with a problem with your rounding of your cents. In fact, you do, because that rounds to 46 cents. And the answer is not 46 cents because you need to be to the nearest cent. So with these ones, just do it. If you're going to use the financial solver, and that's really is quite easy. You're just going to do a loan for 1 payment period. So you're just going from here to here. 1 payment period, 3.6% interest rate. That's the money that they give you. So when you get a loan, the money is given to you. So imagine you're given that amount of money. You know your payments, that's negative. That's the money going away from you. And you know your PY and CYs are 12. Stick all that in your calculator and you'll get that number. Don't forget to round off the number, which is 45. So the answer is 31742.8.45. And that's the answer. 46 doesn't get you the right answer. So just do it. If you're going to use, and I think the financial solver is the easiest way, just do it as if you're doing a loan for 1 payment period. Okay, so we need to write down a recurrence relationship, and it's for a monthly basis, which is what the question's about, because it's a monthly amortization table. Very important to use the S, because they said to use S for Samuel, not S for Vamuel, because a lot of people, the textbook often uses V, so you think it's always V. It's not always V. Now to do this, we know S naught, so S naught equals 320,000, comma, very important, no comma, you can lose the mark because it's not correct. And then we know Sn plus 1 has got to equal, now we've got to get the interest rate plus the principal. So we've got to take this 3.6 and divide by 12, and then divide that again by 100, and then also add 1. So that's the principal. And this bit is the interest part. And when you do all that, you'll get 1.003. So that's the number you're going to multiply. So 1.003 Sn, and then because your payment is up here, you know it's minus because money's being subtracted from the total, so minus 1600. It's not the same with recurrence relationships about the minus being money going towards you or away from you, like on the financial solver. This minus is just because that minus is taking the value of the loan down. That's reducing the payments, whereas the 1.003 is actually increasing it because that's the interest. All right, so remember, don't forget your comma, make sure it's V's, and other people just fluffed up the 1.003. Get used to that. You could have used that relationship, by the way, to calculate that box, remember, because if you multiply by 0.003, you'll get that box.